Most people think compound interest is about waiting. It's not. It's about sequence. Here's the thing nobody tells you when you're living paycheck to paycheck. The order you pay things in matters more than how much you're paying. And I'm not talking about some motivational pay yourself first cliche. I'm talking about actual math that changes how fast debt disappears and how quickly savings grow. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why paying an extra $50 toward your credit card on the first of the month beats paying $100 on the 25th, and how to use that same logic to build wealth, even on a tight budget. Right now, with interest rates on credit cards pushing 25% and savings accounts finally paying something, the timing of your money moves isn't just theory. It's the difference between staying stuck and actually making progress. You've probably seen the charts, the ones where someone invests $200 a month starting at 25 and ends up with $1 million by 65. Cool, but when your rent just went up $150, your car needs new brakes, and you're carrying a $3,000 balance on a credit card at 24% APR, those charts feel like a joke. Here's what those charts don't show. Compound interest works in both directions, and when you're in debt, it's working against you faster than it'll ever work for you in a savings account. Most people focus on the amount. They think, I'll pay $100 extra toward my credit card this month, but they miss the when, and that's the engineering part everyone skips. Compound interest isn't magic, it's just math that repeats. Interest gets calculated on your balance, then that interest gets added to your balance, then that new balance gets hit with interest. It loops. Here's the part that matters. When that loop happens, changes everything. Let's say you've got a $5,000 credit card balance at 24% APR. That's about 2% interest per month. If you make a $200 payment on the first of the month, your balance drops to $4,800 before interest hits. You get charged interest on $4,800. If you make that same $200 payment on the 25th, you're getting charged interest on the full $5,000 for most of the month. Then your payment shows up. You just paid interest on money you were about to pay off. Same $200, different timing. Over a year, that's real money. This doesn't just apply to debt. It applies to everything that compounds. If you're putting money into a high-yield savings account or a retirement account, the same logic flips in your favor. The earlier in the cycle you deposit, the more times that money gets to compound before the next cycle starts. Think about it like this. If your 401k contribution hits your account on the 5th of the month versus the 28th, and the market goes up that month, the money that arrived on the 5th got to ride that wave. The money that showed up on the 28th didn't. Over decades, this isn't trivial. It's thousands of dollars. Here's how to think about this in real life. Make payments as early in your billing cycle as possible. Even if you can't pay extra, paying early shrinks the balance that gets hit with interest. Check your credit card statement for your billing cycle dates. Most people don't even look at them. If you get paid twice a month, split your credit card payment. Pay half after each paycheck instead of waiting to pay the full amount at the due date. You're cutting the compounding window in half. Automate deposits to hit as early as possible in the pay period. If your paycheck hits on Friday, set your 401k or savings transfer for Monday. Don't wait until the end of the month. If you get a tax refund, a bonus, or any lump sum, get it into an interest-bearing account the day it hits your checking account. Every day it sits idle is a day it's not compounding. This isn't about being perfect. You're not going to optimize every dollar to the exact hour, but understanding the direction of the strategy means you stop making decisions that accidentally work against you. A lot of financial advice assumes you have extra money lying around. This strategy works even if you don't. You're just reorganizing when the money you already have moves. Here's where this gets real for people trying to build wealth from scratch. Most people think, I'll start investing when I have $1,000 saved up, or I'll pay extra on my loans when I get a raise. The problem is, while you're waiting, the compounding clock is ticking in the wrong direction. If you're carrying debt, every month you wait to start attacking it, even with small amounts, is a month that balance is compounding against you. If you're delaying investing because the amount feels too small, you're missing cycles of compounding for you. The math doesn't care about your feelings. It just runs. Starting with $25 a month now beats starting with $100 a month 2 years from now. The earlier money gets more trips through the compounding loop. You don't know how your accounts are compounding. Credit cards, usually daily. That's 365 compounding cycles a year. Student loans, often daily, sometimes monthly. Savings accounts, usually daily, paid monthly. 401ks, depends on the fund, but generally daily market movement with dividends reinvested quarterly. If you don't know the compounding frequency, you can't play the timing game, and banks love that you don't check. Pull up your credit card agreement. Look for daily periodic rate or average daily balance. That tells you how often interest is calculated. That's your compounding window. For savings and investments, it's usually in the fine print on the account page. Once you know it, you know when to move money to maximize cycles in your favor. Here's the bottom line. Compound interest isn't a passive thing you wait for. It's an active process that's happening on your money right now, whether you're paying attention or not. The strategy isn't complicated, it's just intentional. Pay debt early in the cycle. Invest early in the cycle. Don't let money sit idle when it could be compounding for you instead of against you. You're not going to reverse years of financial pressure overnight, but if you understand the sequence, you stop losing ground, and that's where progress actually starts. Real security comes from understanding the rules, even when they're stacked against you. If this clicked for you, there's more where this came from. We break down the financial systems that don't get explained clearly anywhere else. No hype, just the truth about how money actually works.